and then we'll go from there.
Well, they're going to push it. And why not? Naylor. And there's action. They've got one timeout left. Again, with Mason able to break it. And rumbling down near the 35. That's the longest run of the night for the Vikings.
But they've got to come away with a touchdown.
They fake it to Mason. McCarthy protected to the sideline. There's Jefferson.
Saves it.
3rd down and 5. Good protection over the middle. It's caught for a touchdown. Jefferson.
Ball game, but when they're bringing all-out blitz, they're expecting the ball to come out quicker than what it did.
McCarthy. Pass is caught. Spinning grab by Aaron Jones. And somehow, some way, the Minnesota Vikings are on top. As they lead by 3 and take over at their own 32 after that 25-yard punt. Here's Mason spinning his way into Chicago territory.
They've been on the losing end the last 3 possessions.
Thielen in motion. McCarthy keeps. He's got it. And forces his way into the end zone. Touchdown.
3rd and 18 on the edge of field goal range. Can't give up a sack. McCarthy bouncing, firing, caught for the 1st down, but now the ball's out and Thielen ruled a catch. Not challenging for the moment. 1st down inside the 20. McCarthy going towards the goal line. It is caught at the 1 by Naylor. Falcons charge a timeout with that injury in the final 2 minutes. 12 seconds remaining. Land up bringing 5. McCarthy trying to load up and throw down the middle. There's Jefferson. JJ to the 33-yard line with time. Just not smooth right now. McCarthy escaping the pocket, looking to take off here. Got a downfield block and runs it right around the 48-yard line. This is up 3rd and 5.
We've seen a lot of great quarterbacks that didn't go so well in year 1.
McCarthy escaping and now throwing on the run. There's Jefferson, complete to the 36-yard line.
Vikings complete it. It's Jefferson breaking through. Look at Justin Jefferson.
They were going to get out of here, right? With being okay kind of after that tough start.
It could be here in a second 28 as Mason is in for another Minnesota touchdown. Here's Wentz handing it off to Mason, who had a touchdown in that 1st half. He's got a nice run here, peeling off a carry of about 16 yards. He lines up on the left side. Thielen's right off of him. 1st and goal. Give Mason in for a 2nd touchdown. Here's a give to Mason, racking up numbers in this 2nd half and running into the secondary. He is moving in on 100.
He's created separation all year. Jim does it again there. He's going to get more and more catches as the season goes on.
Mason just went over 100 and he adds another 13. Now for 115 total.
You got the new football fans watching here in Ireland saying, wait a minute, I had studied a touchdown and thought I just saw one, and now I don't know what's going on. Out of an empty set, Wentz delivers to Jefferson again. Justin Jefferson with a gain of 22, already his 3rd reception.
They're not rushing Carson Wentz with as many guys like they have coming into today.
More guys coming right here, though. Wentz trying to beat it to Jefferson. Well done, Wentz to Jefferson, beating the blitz for 17. He had 12 catches the first 3 games, 7 in the 1st half here. Wentz is pressured. Wentz steps up and whips one to a wide open JJ. Jefferson stumbles and gets to the 12. 30 more for Jefferson. Jones leaves with the injury, and Mason's taken over. He's got it here, swinging out of the backfield. And a 1st down close to the 45. And then you're going to have an interesting decision coming back, assuming that McCarthy's ready to play, because you got to face the Eagles after returning home. There's Jefferson, his first catch of the half. And it goes for 18 yards.
So every time Jefferson is getting the ball, it's against Newsome.
Vikings pick up 12 yards on the penalty, and now Wentz. Jefferson. Four-time Pro Bowler Denzel Ward. There's Mason on second down. Mason inside the 10. Picks up the first. And then forced out of bounds from the Browns' 3-yard line. It's Mason. He is in for a Vikings touchdown.
That was a lot of fun.
Saints and Chargers, 3rd down and 10. Wentz. Jefferson, he's got it! Justin Jefferson makes the catch in Browns territory.
Yet Carson Schlesinger went a little too far, and then Hawkinson went right underneath where he was.
10 to 15, his 6th catch today, and now Jefferson able to make the catch, matched up with Denzel Ward.
He's matured. He's moved past it. He's already played Philadelphia one time with Washington. First target, Justin Jefferson. That's a good guy to get some rhythm for. Past the 30-yard line, out to the 34 for Minnesota. It's 18 yards for number 18.
The run game just isn't real explosive.
Wentz slings it for Jefferson off the back foot. In space, let him make a play. Justin Jefferson still going down inside the 20.
Challenge this middle and deep zone of this Eagles defense.
Toss play, Mason finds a seam. Takes it down inside the 35-yard lines. Philadelphia is kind of centered.
Remember, he's got to come set. He does.
Wildcat snap. It is Mason to the left. Can he win the race there? He looked to be short. Zach Baun running laterally with the back Mason.
Quick throw, McCarthy going end zone. Jefferson, one-hander, touchdown, Minnesota. Here's McCarthy. Pressure coming. Zips one downfield. It is caught. Addison came back to get it. 1st and goal now. Jefferson in motion. McCarthy looking, throwing, caught. Touchdown, Hawkinson, and Minnesota in front. McCarthy in trouble again. Looking, thinking about running, gonna try for it. McCarthy in, touchdown, Minnesota. Four and a half to play. It's Mason in the ground game. Streaking outside. Mason with a stiff arm. Jordan Mason. 1st down and more. Penalty flies as Mason's inside the 3. 3rd down. 1st down would win it. McCarthy throwing it. Naylor! Oh, he caught it! Jalen Naylor turned around and hauled it in for a 1st down.
He's lined up inside now. He'll rush inside. He'll rush on the edge. McCarthy on 3rd down, floating it up for Naylor, and he drops a dime. Naylor with a move and a stiff arm, still on his feet. Another stiff arm and down inside the 5. Alohi Gilman saves a touchdown. Vikings are 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this is 3rd and 12. They set it up for Jefferson with blockers in front. Now he'll throw it back the other way to McCarthy, and McCarthy will run. Breaks one tackle, breaks a second, and short of the 1st down by 2 yards. Face paint on 3rd and 5. McCarthy a little pump, a throw over the middle, and he zips it in to Jalen Naylor, and that's a 1st down. To the 33. Vikings are fortunate to have the football. Now what can they do with it? Here's Mason and Jordan Mason. Good run on 1st down to the 46-yard line. But the second half has not gone well for the Vikings so far. McCarthy on 1st down. He'll check it to Jones on the sideline into Ravens territory, and Jones down at the 42. He averages on the year 327 per game.
That's insane.
On 1st down, it's Mason, and Mason showing a little power, trucking Nate Wiggins on his way to the 41 today. 1st and 15 now at the 30. And McCarthy will zip it in. A juggling grab made by Jordan Addison into Ravens territory and down inside the 45. All right, Mike, thanks so much. McCarthy under pressure. Somehow he gets away. And McCarthy will throw on the run. And a juggling catch is made inside the 10 by Jalen Naylor. McCarthy to the back of the end zone. It's Naylor reaching out. He got his feet in. It's a touchdown. To stretch the lead. McCarthy from the end zone. Gonna run. McCarthy with some room. Across the 30 and down to the 34.
Blitz. McCarthy over the middle. He's got a completion. Justin Jefferson makes the catch. And he's down to the 35.
Now he's got this offense. He's got to go capitalize in the red zone.
Stick with the run. It's Mason. Breaks the tackle. Jordan Mason. And touchdown Vikings. Blitz coming. McCarthy sees it, throws, caught for a first down. Addison hangs on, and the Vikings stay alive.
Point him upfield. Perfect position. 31-yard line. Plenty of time. 2 timeouts. Brings comes the pressure.
Blitz is picked up. McCarthy sees it near side. It's Naylor. He's got it. Down at the 15.
If you're the Vikings offense, you're thinking score a touchdown. There's not thinking about your defense too much.
No doubt. Here's McCarthy. Looking, firing, end zone. It is caught! Touchdown! Addison.
First play in Green Bay territory. First drive for the Vikings. First throw, McCarthy over the middle. It's Jefferson. He's got it. First down inside the 35.
Some coaches fall into that trap.
Mason again has the seam, and Jordan Mason has room into the clear. Tripped up, crossing the 40. 20 yards for Jordan Mason. Struggling quarterback, but haven't really asked him to do much in this half. McCarthy 5 out of 8 for 37 yards. He steps up and wings one for Jefferson. He pulls it in. Just over the top of the defender.
You are the guy, good, bad, or indifferent. That is very powerful.
Mason's back in, and a burst up the middle here. Jordan Mason, a couple plays after leaving the game with an injury. Chugs ahead for 24.
They've had more offensive line combos in game than any other team other than Los Angeles this year. McCarthy down the seam, and what a drive for JJ and the Minnesota Vikings. Josh Oliver, the touchdown.
You know, his great strength right now is just throwing the ball to the perimeter because he can throw those fastballs.
There's a nice run from Mason, and he spins his way to a first down. Bobby Wagner will drag him down at the 35-yard line. Jefferson's in motion, still no targets on the first 19 plays. McCarthy, deep out route for Jordan Addison, and he's got the first down inside the 30 of Washington. Tight ends, Ham is lined up off the wing and in motion and curls for the block, and Mason goes the other way. Misdirection, touchdown, Minnesota. Second straight drive for Minnesota's defense with a takeaway. And now J.J. McCarthy going to work, deep out Jordan Addison, and just like that, Minnesota's in the red zone. McCarthy off the fake. Hit as he throws, finds Oliver for a 2-touchdown day. Everybody from Washington to Washington, across the country. C.J. Ham has done more things than you can count for all types of people in the Minnesota and the Dakotas. You finally saw some pressure from the Commanders' defense. J.J. McCarthy was patient.
And honestly, just the rhythm that was created for J.J. in the passing game was perfect.
Quick strike,
Hawkinson stays on his feet. Touchdown. That might be an early fourth quarter dagger.
Freddie Stewart was penalized there. Brings Minnesota to the edge of the red zone. And McCarthy on the boot, throwing it towards the end zone. Hard held on to. Jalen Naylor in some pain, but he held on for the touchdown. Fullback C.J. Ham in the lineup for the Vikings on 3rd and 8. As McCarthy drifts, fires it downfield, breaking open is Addison. Jordan Addison to the 3-yard line. 59 on the gain. McCarthy, a big shot to Addison. McCarthy, the keeper, the walk-in. A little gritty on his way to the end zone.
That's a little nasty right there.
Touchdown, Vikings. Story over there without Christian Darrisaw, the left tackle. Justin School has held up well so far. As McCarthy throws it to Hawkinson. On time and on target out to the 45-yard line. Big hot shot there. And a gain of 29. Teams runs to get around. And it follows a quick count. And McCarthy, look Jefferson's way, comes back the other way. And it's brought in by Naylor, who's ruled down by contact at the 14-yard line. Pick up a 23 and a first down.
And if he starts catching the ball the way he did last week and this week, look out.
Late pass looking for Hawkinson, the other tight end, and he brought it in. Ruled down by contact at the 4, gain of 18. It's 1st and goal. McCarthy to the end zone, touchdown, Jalen Naylor. And the short field with the missed field goal, and Minnesota walks it down. 5 plays, 51 yards, and the Vikings lead by 7.
Kevin O'Connell telling us we played good complementary football over the last 2 weeks. As McCarthy fires, Jefferson able to make the catch for a Vikings first down and a gain of 16. Following the Drew Phillips penalty. Fake to Jones. McCarthy with time, throws, and it is complete. Jordan Addison inside the Giants' 10-yard line. Addison, top of your screen, comes in motion. McCarthy on 3rd down. Looking, can't find anyone. Inside the 5, hurdles into the end zone for a Vikings touchdown. Vikings have won the last 5 in the regular season against the Giants. Brosberg on 3rd down. Jefferson, diving catch along the sideline.
In that wild card round, we'll be talking about Love as the day goes on. Meantime, J.J. McCarthy back in the fold, hands off here. That's Jordan Mason back into the mix.
Today, a little bit different feel. He'll be playing against a lot of backups on this Green Bay defense.
McCarthy's going to go play action, climbs the pocket, throws a laser beam, and completes. That's his stud receiver, Justin Jefferson, who begins the day needing 53 yards. Start into our offseason plans. And in motion is Jefferson with McCarthy under center. There's some misdirection. They give it to Mason. Mason finds a crease. Going to get down inside the 10.
Is that
you don't appreciate that DB slander.
I don't like where you're going.
3rd and 8. How does McCarthy handle this? A little bit of pressure at the end. Delivers. First down, Vikings. Naylor. McCarthy, who has shown significant growth over his last 3. And as he finished here this first half, McCarthy trying to create some time. Delivers perfectly. Max Brosmeron in relief, injury relief of J.J. McCarthy, right hand injury, as he has aggravated that injury that held him out last week. As the rest of this fourth quarter continues, 9 and change. Mason slips the initial tackle. Mason open space into the second level.